Good morning everybody, welcome to Stockradar Stocks on the Move for another week. Today's date is the 15th of February 2024. My name is Rich Lee and I manage the stockradar.com.au website for you. Well, I hope you guys are excited. The market's been back a little bit. We've got some good trends running there today. What I want to talk about is trading trends today. Moving with the market, go with the flow, ride the waves. That's what trend trading is all about. So it really is that easy if we let it be, okay? So just want to talk a little bit about taking a step back, making life easy for yourself and just watching these trends, because we've had a tough time for a couple of years and now we're getting some trend moves, so let's try and capitalise them. So today I want to talk about the simplicity of trends, not fighting them, not questioning them, but moving with them, okay? First we're going to go to the top 10 and see what that says first, top 10 and stock pick count. Okay, top 10. Okay, arrows about the top there. We can see that it's a nice little breakout recently. It had a bit of a sideways trading range for a while, but it's now got back on its spike and trend intensity rating of 10. We've got Boral, which has jumped again last week. CBA, which was reported again last week, a nice little dividend. The market's been up a bit, it's come back a couple of dollars, but it's fine, it's trending higher. Cochlear is exploding beautifully. GQG's had a break, it's had a bit of a pause, but it looks okay. Harvey Norman, well, that's a new stock that might be an interesting one at the moment. We've got AIG and QBE, both have broken to new highs in the little trading ranges. And then, of course, we've got NXT broken to new highs and Pro Medicus, which just keeps going and going and going. And there are three other stocks rating a top 10 on our top 10 rating at the moment. Okay, so there's a nice little bunch of stocks there at the moment. As far as the stock pick count goes, we're up 4 this week to 55. We've got 43 stock picks now, which is exciting. 43 good trending stock picks, plenty more to come. 12 ETFs out of 23 moving there. Okay, so that's what's happening in the stock pick count. Let's go to the markets now and have a look at overseas markets. Now, we had a little bit of a thump down, what's today? Thursday this week, but really when you look at the chart, it really hasn't had much effect at all. It's come back a bit today, but really we probably are going to get a correction at some stage because we've had a lot of weeks up for a long time here. But a correction is fine. We've got to blow a bit of froth off. That will happen at some stage, so we'll just ride that when it comes. But for the moment, everything is bullish, volume, momentum, moving average, price is all going well. We can look at the S&P, which is a similar picture, new highs, everything's positive, beautiful volume through here, momentum. We don't want to dwell on this too much, it's just going higher. And the Nasdaq, well, it's bumped into its high. It may go through, we don't know yet, but it's certainly been very, very strong of late with great volume, so I expect there's no reason to think that that won't go through at the moment as the trend is up. And that's what we do, we just follow trends, we just ride them and let them happen, okay? So we don't question them, you know, what we want to try and do is live in the moment of now. Don't worry about what's going to happen because it hasn't happened yet. Worry about what is happening now and it's going up. So that's really how we want to look at the market, and that's what we should do with our stocks as well, which I'll go through a bit more of today. Okay, we'll go through our index. Now, we've got a little bit of a problem with our resource stocks. They're weighing on our market at the moment. We're dallying around the highs, but I guess again it means you've got to be stock specific. Look at the stocks that are running, the consumer discretionary stocks, industrial material stocks, Cochlear, there's a few stocks there. Although Cochlear and Pro Medicus are the only two health stocks moving. Although we like health stocks long term, the demographic is good, but not a lot of those stocks are performing very well apart from, as I say, Cochlear and Pro Medicus. So we just follow those ones for the moment because they're the ones making us good money. Okay, so our index is just hovering there. Again, the resources are weighing there. BHP is not doing so well. Some of the other stocks a little bit heavy on the index, so they're hampering the gains. If we go to commodities, we can sort of see why. Gold is struggling again, US dollar is very strong again, and is coming off into that support bubble, so we'll have to watch that carefully. We're not involved really in the gold sector at the moment. Copper, similar move, it's come off that high again, can't get through R1, it's back down, probably going to test the lows here, volume's been high, momentum's just flat and just sneaking down below the zero line, so not looking too flash there on copper for the moment. And then the Brent crude, it's just seesawing up and down. Not really doing very much at the moment, just hovering around, well, just above $80. So it's really not telling us much at all, crude. So we're not really involved in those stocks either because there's no trend involved. So it's really uncertain, going up and down in one spot at the moment. Okay, so that is the overseas indices. I've got a few stocks now. First, you want to go through the JB Hi-Fi. A meteoric rise, especially this week after profit reports. It's given a nice little dividend this week, perhaps not quite as high as last year, but still they're very, very good yielding stocks, these consumer discretionary stocks. And when you add the growth to this one, I mean, back in October, this stock was around about $43. It is now 61 or 62 as of yesterday, probably a bit higher today. Trend intensity rating is 9. It's broken to new highs. It's broken out of a big trading range. We know the big trading range it's broken out of now, and now making new highs. So again, the move is up. Don't worry about the price levels. Just follow the trend higher. It's a bit like Cochlear. It just keeps going higher, even though it's $300. This one's a high stock as well, but it's going higher. So we just really have to follow those trends and let them develop as they will, and just keep raising your stop in response to the rises. The volume's okay. Momentum's okay. The moving average indication is okay, which means the probabilities are positive. So JB Hi-Fi is looking pretty good at the moment. We go across the super retail, not that different a picture. It's rallying strongly. It's made new highs. It just keeps going up, so we just keep raising our stop. Every now and then you have these little moves which shake us out a little bit, but unless your stop goes off, don't worry too much, okay? Because you can worry about it, but the reality is nothing's happened, so we just follow our stop. Again, volume, it's not perfect because it's a little bit erratic on super retail group, but it's above the average. The momentum is good and the price is good, so the weight of evidence puts your trend intensity rating at a +10, and volume still is okay there. So we're fine there. So it's a matter of going with the flow, riding this trend, letting it happen, catching the wave, and just letting the market do the work for you. Okay. So that's those two stocks there. Now we're going to want to go across to the industrial material stocks, which have been so good to us of late. Boral's been a great performer. Had a reversal back in January. We got stopped out of this move. We protected our big profit here, and then we got a new high again, so we've run with it again because we always run with new highs. That's our strategy. We protect, if our stop goes off, we protect ourselves, but we always enter a new high, and last week was a great week for Boral, and it jumped to new highs. Trend intensity rating is 10. So again, steady buying throughout here. We can scale this up a little bit. You can see it a bit clearer there. Momentum is fine. The average is fine. It's just a very, very nice uptrend to follow this one. So it's a matter of just letting these unfold. High highs, high lows of what's happening, and that's the name of the game. So that's Boral. We can also look at CSR in the same group. It's just had a fantastic rise from around about $4 back in June 22, and nearly 2 years down the track, not quite, we're up around $7. So it's had a really nice rise through here, and it's now making new highs, just like some of the other stocks. And once we get the new high, we just follow it, and we can see all these stocks just moving to new highs, and it's a really lovely thing. So we just follow them and don't worry about too much. Okay, so that's CSR. The other stock I want to have a look at today is just showing you again how we just let this unfold. This is Cochlear, and it was dormant for a couple of years there, but then it broke out, and we've got a fantastic rise here. We've got fantastic volume, momentum. There's nothing to argue about this. You just say it gives you a signal, so you let it happen. If your stop goes off, you get out. If it makes a new high, you run with it again. It's really a matter of just letting these things unfold as they do, because we know trends occur in the stock market all the time, and we just need to be able to capitalise on them. Again, the biggest problem is us and our egos and all this sort of thing. We've got to let these things happen and let them unfold, okay? So that's Cochlear, and it's been a great stock since it broke to new highs back in August, and since our entry there, just up here to there, we've got a 24% gain, which is not bad in a few months. So that's Cochlear. Okay, so now I just really want to talk a little bit about what I do and why I do it. Okay, firstly, our trend and wave approach to trading is devoid of fundamentals and news, so we don't take that into consideration. Okay, we purely focus on riding the waves by looking at price and what price does. Why do we do that? Basically because fundamentals, they can underpin a stock over the longer term, but with price it's a bit different. So it can actually fool you because the fundamentals don't necessarily relate to the price if people's perceptions are driving us in a different way. And it's important that we do that because we trade price, we profit from price, we should analyse price. So we don't necessarily follow the fundamentals because they don't necessarily relate to price. Okay, they certainly do tell you a lot about the company and the business, but not about what the price is going to do. So we look at price, it never lies, we just follow it. Okay. So when I look at a chart like Pro Medicus, whose trend is still going, why would you get out? There's no reason. It's high highs and high lows for a long time now. At some point, you will get out, and that's what stops are for. When the stop gets hit, you get out. Whether you get the top or not is neither here nor there. It's a matter of doing the right thing, taking your profit, locking in your profit, moving on, and accepting what the market gives you, rather than trying to say, well, I've missed the top, or whatever it might be. So the flow is still with the stock, Pro Medicus. So why would you exit? You wouldn't exit. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the chart, and you can just see what's happened here from a simple trend reversal back in November 2022. Okay, we've seen this move in high highs and high lows throughout the move, and it's almost accelerated here with better volume, better momentum, still kicking high, and I don't know what it's done today, but this stock is a very, very strong stock. You just keep raising your stop, letting the trend unfold as they do, because trends usually exceed on the upside. They exceed our expectations, and they always. So when the big trends is what I'm talking about. It's the big trends where we make our money. So Pro Medicus is one. Whether it stops at 110, 120, 130, I don't know. But for the moment, we will capitalise in it. So we've got a good profit, and we'll make sure we lock it in, because we've just let the trend unfold, and we've just ridden it, and with our stop chasing it. Okay. So you can see it's all there. Volume, momentum is all there for Pro Medicus. Okay, so that's the way trends work. It really is very simple if we let it be. And we're always looking at these things, and we're trying to overanalyze, and we try and get too close to the market. You know, I'm a weekly trader. I very rarely look at the market during the week. I'm also accountable to my members. You need to be accountable to someone because you can fool yourself, but not other people. And I certainly can't fool my members, because they were straight on my back if I do anything wrong. So that gives me good accountability, and we sort of need that sort of thing. So that's really how I operate. And as I say, the weekly perspective just gives me that ability to step back, keep my distance from the market, and not get too close. Okay. So that's the way the trends work. That's what they are. Don't ask too many questions. Go with the flow and follow the trend. And that's really what it's all about. Okay, my motto is the only stock market advice you can trust is the price action, because the price never lies, and it never lies because that's what we profit and lose from. Okay, so that's really all I've really got for you today. Just to really explain the trends, what I do and why I do it. It's really important that you understand, and that you let yourself let these sort of things happen for you, because they are there, and they're there to make money on. So it's easy when you don't fight the market or yourself. So let it roll, okay? There are always stocks doing it. Now, I've got things like Car Group, Magellan, Pro Medicus is still doing it. There are other stocks will do it soon. JBH is starting to do it. Paladin, Goodman Group are all doing it again. Or even GQG and Venetia Services, which is a new ones. They're just starting. They may well develop good trends. They may not, but we'll follow them if they do. So just ride them as best you can, and you'll get the big ones every now and then. Don't fight the market, ride it, and accept what you dealt with. Okay, so I hope that sort of makes my premise clear about what I do. There are lots of things we can do in the market, but really the important thing is to focus on something and really shoot for it, and shoot for it hard. Okay, so if anybody wants any help, give me a call, take up a trial, have a look at the site. There's a special offer on at the moment for a few people, and take advantage of it, and take advantage of what the market is doing at the moment, because it doesn't always do it, like the last couple of years, but it's doing it now. So try and make what you can. Okay, so watch your trends, heed your stops, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks very much.